What's up? Welcome back, guys. Hopefully, you guys are having a great weekend, holiday weekend, because we did have a pretty decent bounce from the bottom since last week. And at this point, I believe the debate is on whether or not we're going to move back down or continue on up. Okay, so that we will discuss in the technical part of the video. For now, we're going to look through the catalyst for the week. Because when we combine the catalyst and the technical together, we have a better view of the market movement. So at this point, let's just get to the economic calendar. Okay, so on Monday we close, and then Tuesday we have the Chicago PMI and consumer confidence. These two numbers I don't think is that much important. I don't think it's going to move the market. So most likely, the up movement of the market, because we closed big on Friday, and most likely I think it's going to continue to move up because you know these numbers probably not going to do anything to the market unless something bad happened from China or Europe, something unexpectedly happen, then it might move the market. But at this point, I believe the momentum going to continue. However, on Wednesday, though, we do have some important data. The Fed going to start, I believe, the balance sheet reduction. So that won't gonna do anything to the market, but that's something to remember. Okay, and then we do have the ISM manufacturer PMI and the job report, and we also have the Fed speakers. Okay, two of them, Bullard and William. So at this point, I think these number, the PMI is we have been on the trending down, and hopefully we don't go below 50. That's gonna be bad. So unless these number are good, unless they are bad, unless they are good, then most likely the momentum going to continue up. But if they come out bad, I think we might move the market down, and then depend how much what these two Fed going to say too. So that's another thing. So we do have a catalyst that can move the market on Wednesday. So that watch out for that. Okay, and then Thursday, nothing very important. We have the ADP employment. This doesn't really move the market anymore, but if you do have gas play, anything with oil play, so we do have natural gas and then gasoline and crude inventory, that probably going to move those, but I'm not sure they're going to move the market unless it's like really bad, then it might affect, but most likely it won't. And then we also have Fed, Logan and Master speech, okay, on Thursday. So I think I don't think it's going to be important. The momentum probably going to carry over from Wednesday, depend if whether or not it's up or down on Thursday. Okay, and then Friday, I believe it's going to be important. We have the unemployment data and the ISM non-manufacturing PMI. This has been trending down also. Hopefully we don't go below 50 because that is bad. Okay, and then we also have the Brennett Fed speech also. Okay, and the unemployment data, hopefully that's going to come out, and that's going to move the market. If we have a bad employment data, I think we might move down because that's going to interfere with consumer spending, right? And then also a lot of companies are starting to laying off people too, so that's something to think about at this point. Okay, and then next week, I think right now, if nothing move much, next week we're going to have a big event here on CPI on Friday. Okay, so that's the economic calendar. So if you put those in, those are some factors that can move the market, okay, up or down. That depend on the data. Okay, and then next we have the earning calendar. Nothing much on here, to be honest. We only have the remnant of the retail and then some of the software company left. So right now, what important, I think, possibly Wednesday, whether or not GME, I don't think that's going to be that much important, but we get to see maybe the retail investor, whether or not they still have money to play. That's something to watch on, okay, for the GME, okay. And then I think the most important two here on Thursday is Lulu and RH. The reason is because right now, based on the last week earning, the middle class consumer are still spending. Okay, whether or not that's true or not, we're going to find out, because most of the decent retailer did well last week, so they kind of price in for Lulu and RH to do at least decent. If they come out bad, that will be a problem. So that could move the market, to be honest, on Thursday. All right, and then Friday, nothing real important. Okay, so basically those are the main thing. And then we have the uncertainty. This is more or less like a semi long-term outlook here. Right now, not much change. Okay, the Fed last week it did come out kind of ambiguous because they said they might raise until September and they're going to stop or they're going to become data dependent. But that wasn't Powell though, but other Fed. So that's what moved the market last week, right? Give the market that boost last week. Okay, and then the new thing is that we're going to have the balance sheet wind down on June 6th, June 1st. All right. And then, okay, so this is old, okay, because Powell did say he's going to do whatever it takes to move down the inflation, right? And then next here, Putin. I mean, Putin is no longer is an important thing, the war. But the thing is, a big question right now to me is that how long it's going to take? Is it going to be into winter? Because if it does, it's going to be a problem because oil and natural gas, the European going to need those, and then I don't know. They're going to have bigger leverage when winter comes. So at this point right now, that's something to watch for. Okay, China here. I think China next is China, and I think this is big. The COVID lockdown, whether or not they're gonna stop that, I don't think they are. They kind of like propaganda at this point. I mean, I don't know exactly. I just watch stuff on YouTube. Okay, so I'm not sure at this point they're gonna be stop the lockdown on June 1st because they start locking out other city now also, and then even though they said they open up, they kind of limit people from coming out. So at this point, it's big question, okay? And because of COVID lockdown, it is, I believe, will impact their economy, essentially. Well, yeah, going to impact significantly, basically. And then right now, that's going to be eventually down the year end because they already had the Evergrande and all that stuff happening now. Bankruptcy, I think, is possible the next thing by year end, right? And then also right now, the smaller bank are having problem right now. A lot of them block out their deposit. They couldn't access the customer couldn't access the deposit at this point. It's like three of the small bank. So right now, that's kind of like hinting something already. That's going to happen. And then also there's small scale of protesting in China, which that don't usually happen because they usually squash that shit before it happened. But it is happening now because people are sick and tired of the lockdown. Okay, so right now I think China has become a big problem, especially down year end. Okay, and then next is inflation. I mean, like I just said before, the middle class is not yet been affected because the earning from Nordstrom, WSM, Macy, Ulta, they're pretty decent, and they did not show any effect on the middle class yet. Okay. But the thing is, like, sooner or later, I think that's gonna affect them, the consumer habit, okay? Because right now, I mean, as inflation continues to persuade, and then companies are starting to lay off people now or not hiring, so that's gonna come into effect soon, okay? And then the demand destruction right now, I mean, that in early stage, like the disposable income, those are already old, and this the layoff part right now. This is something new, right? You look at some of the company report, they already Nvidia is like they slow on hiring at this point. So at this point right now, I mean, for the next few months, we're gonna find out, especially the unemployment data, if that start to spiking up, we're gonna have a problem, and then that gonna add to bankruptcy, right? We have crypto crash, all right, and then we have the spec are now having problem raising money, all right. So I don't know. So if the economic data getting bad, continue to tick up, especially unemployment, I think by year end we're going to have some problem, okay? And then COVID and monkeypox, those are minor at this point, all right? So that's it for the catalyst part of the data, okay? Let's go to the technical here, all right? We have this is a SPY daily chart, okay? We move up here on Friday. Just excuse the two candle right there. I think the chart just there's a problem on the weekend. They come out like that. So we kind of move above this this resistance level here, and we also make a high. The only problem I see here is that the volume here is very timid, and especially we ride it into a slow week, right? A holiday weekend too. So there isn't a lot of thing to stop the movement from moving up. So right now at this point, I mean, they did close above the thing. So I mean, like I say, like most likely the momentum going to continue on Tuesday, okay, when the market open. But we'll see where it go. The thing right now, right? If we continue to move up, where would we be, right? So right now we have this downtrend channel right here. It's around like 428, and then we also have this support, this resistance right here, around 335, right? So right now the target is around 330 to 340, 430 to 435 if we do continue to move up, okay? And then if you also put in the Fibonacci retracement from here up to there and then go back here. So right now we're around at the 38% support, right? The 50 support is around here, 420, all right? And then the 61 support, right, is around 431. So basically I think that's the area, because that's where everything at, because we don't usually just use one number, we want to have multiple things. So right there we have the 61 retracement of Fibonacci around 430. So I think it's around there, and then we have the downtrend also, the 50 days moving average, and then we also have this like resistance level right here at 435. So if we do move up, continue, there's no like no catalyst that move us down. I think that's where we possibly going to move there, and then we have to retrace. Or if something bad happen, we probably move back here somewhere. But I don't think right now at this point, unless something bad, I don't know what right now. I don't see the catalyst to be bad at this point. Anything bad could come out this week, to be honest. Oh well, the unemployment data, if those things come out bad, we might gonna pull back down. But I don't think we're gonna pull back down to here yet. Maybe we'll pull back down somewhere around here, and then we start to make sideways, and then until next week, which is CPI. So if anything, I don't think we're going to make new low next week. If we do have bad economic data, anything come out, I don't think we're going to make a new low. We're going to be consolidated somewhere in this area until next Friday. That's when the CPI come out. So at this point, I think the up move is decent as long as the economic catalysts come out decent. Okay, so that's the SPY. And then we have the QQQ here, very similar. It move up, but it's not as strong as the SPY. But the thing is, look at the volume, very low, below average volume. Okay, and it will move up. This is the first resistance right here, and then we have multiple resistance right here, And then we have the 61 Fibonacci retracement. 50% is around 325. That concurrent with the 50-day moving average. And then if we go to the 61% level, which possibly we're going to do move up there around 338, 337. All right, so that's something to look for. All right, that's the QQQ. And then we have the Dow Jones here. The Dow Jones actually move up really like strong from the bottom. Okay, and it kind of recaptured this sideways consolidation. When it moved down here, it's kind of confirmed the top, to be honest. If you take a look here, right, this sideways consolidation and move down, confirmed. Now it's moved back to that level at this point, like quickly too, but very low volume, very low volume compared to the SPY and the QQQ. All right, so but at this point right now, I mean, this I don't think it's going to go above this level, the 340 level, because this is probably a decent resistance. And then we do put in a Fibonacci 61% retracements right here is already pull up to the 50% retracement. That's why I say it's very strong. It's kind of leading in some way. Okay, so at this point, that's going to be the Dow Jones. All right, and next we have the IWM here. IWM move decently too, but it's already reached this level right here, this resistance level. I'm not sure whether or not it's gonna go able to pass that. It might. And then the next level, to be honest, for me is this level right here, 195. I think that's gonna conjunction down to this channel as it's move over. So if anything, not gonna be above 200, most likely, unless something really good come out, which I doubt it. Okay, and then last week the IWM was like the basically the leading indicator did not put a lower low, and they put on a lower high, and then it pop up here. So that's the thing. However, though, if you look through like a wider look, there is a gap here, and the IWM hasn't filled it yet, which I believe it will fill. So sooner or later it will pull back down. So this bounce right now, I believe, is just a dead cat bounce, right? And look at this, right? The thing is with the IWM, it kind of like leading indicator that we're going to reach the top of the 2020, right? So it moved down toward that, and then the first one to bounce off that, or make a higher low and bounce. Okay, so the leading indicator at this point, so that's where the IWM possibly can go. Okay, and then the Dow Jones Industry here, my bad. This move up very decent too. It did went down and then make to confirm the breakdown here. But if we come back down lower, this stuff is going to be much stronger, and you could see here, right? So the move up very similar, very low in low volume, a decent low volume. And to be honest, where it's going to move, if it move above this level, I don't think it's going to move above the 200 days moving average at this point. If anything, like this high is probably going to go, okay, and then we have this downtrend here. But I don't see the catalyst for it to move, the Dow Jones trend put right now. It was somewhat leading before, and then it just stopped, and then it's consolidate. But we will find out after that. But for now, it's going to be, I think it's going to be sideways for this for now. All right, TOT here. I'm not sure this is the bottom yet, but the thing is, as you see here, when it make a lower low in this channel, right, and then once it break above the channel, it become parabolic, and then right now, I mean, it pull back to this this support right now. Okay, whether or not it's gonna go, if it go above this, I think we might have something, because it's possible. I mean, they might move up here and then move back down again. Then that might set a inverse head and shoulder here. This like the left shoulder head right now. We may waiting for the right to develop. We'll see if whether or not it develop, because at this point right now the volume, right, it's not that much volume also. Okay, the move down here with high volume, and then the move up here, volume really doesn't confirm the move up yet. So I mean, it might still gonna go down. We'll see at this point. Unless it's break above this level, then I think that gonna be the uptrend might have a problem. Downtrend might be a problem. I'm sorry. All right, so that's a TOT. All right, and then one thing here I see is a junk bond. I'm not sure why this thing just pop up like this. And volume is decent too. I mean, compared to, it's not low volume, it's not high volume either, but it's average volume. And it just spike up compared to the 20-year bond, right? So I'm not sure what's the reason here. Is it like because people think a small cap company is going to be safe now because the Fed is not going to rate interest rate, and then they just pile back in to the junk bond, and then this is the thing. I don't know. There is a diversion with this data, but I'm not sure what the reason is. So right now I'm gonna wait until read something about it, and we'll see what happens. But for now, that is a diversion I see at this point. All right. And then the dollar, I thought the dollar gonna continue moving up, but at this point, it's kind of pulled back here. I mean, it's still in the uptrend at this moment. It's like I thought they're gonna go parabolic, right? It's go in the channel. And 1, 2, and then it pop. I thought it's gonna go like look at the weekly. See, like it pop. I'm expecting to hit somewhere maybe like $29 to confirm there's a problem with economy. If it doesn't, then we'll see. But right now the uptrend I think is still there right now, unless it's broke below this uptrend line here. Then the trend line might be a problem. The uptrend might be a problem. The volume at this point, let me look at the weekly volume here. Wow, this pullback volume is pretty high too. We'll see. We'll see if the dollar peak out. If the dollar does peak out, that's pretty good for SPY, right? Because that help with those bigger company, and especially with the export. All right, so we'll see. But this also, I guess, going to help gold, right? And gold, that's the next one. Right, gold at this point, I mean, it hold the support here, so the uptrend is still there, but I'm not sure how strong it's gonna be, because especially if the dollar move back up, the gold gonna continue to move down. And then you too right now. You kind of move down also, so that's how it would go. But you know, if you continue to go up, then gold might have a problem. All right, I'm not going to talk about silver. Let's talk about oil. Oil make a high here. Coil and a coil, and now it's making a high. So most likely, I think we're going to move up here. The only thing I see here is that the volume is so low. We need some volume confirmation here. So hopefully on Tuesday when the market is back, we get to see some volume coming in. You know, that would confirm the uptrend would continue. All right. So that's the oil. The VIX here. This is also weird too, right? Last week we make a lower low, but we did not make a high on the VIX, right? And then this week we make a basically a high on the thing, but the VIX did not make a low here. So I'm not sure what's going on. Is it the VIX broken, or it's saying something, you know, something else? So that's something to look out also. All right. And then we have the European right here. I'm surprised that they kind of broke out this downtrend line here. The only thing is that the volume is so low, which is, you know, I don't know. It's very low volume compared to like this past 2 months here. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is true or not. We'll see when we come back on Tuesday whether or not we're going to pull back down, because that's surprising, because right now I don't think the European continent is doing any better at this moment. But you know, they move with the market, right? So that's the thing. All right, and then let's go to the big cap tech. Microsoft did move up fairly decent, but right now, I mean, look at it, it's still in a downtrend. It's not much. Whether or not it's going to move, that has a lot of problem here. So right here, the stop, and then, you know, so basically overall market, I mean, it's not doesn't look great. And look at the weekly chart, right? We are very toppy, right, up top right now at this moment. But we will see. So right now it is on upside because it did make a high here. Okay. All right, and then we have Google. Google bounce decent. You know, kind of it didn't have a high low and high here, but it's moved up. It's still in this downtrend here. So right now, I mean, it's not that strong, but we will see. The trend right now, unless it's gonna break out the trend, because it did move back to, you know, the 2000 not 2020 support. So I mean, it did bounce here at this support, and then it's moved back up. Oh, so there is also a gap here from Google. So that probably need to fill. So most likely, I think it might gonna go down there. And look at this support level down here. This trend line down to support them. You know, this was drawing way before, right? And it just stay in support. So, you know, it might go down here and it become also support also. So that's something, you know, might say, you know, we have downside to go. For me, that's what I'm thinking right now. So I could be wrong. I'm sorry. You know, just ignore my bias to the downside, because I do have short position. Just so you know, Apple here did make a very strong comeback move here. The only thing is that it did not make a high though. That's the only one thing. Did not make a high. At this point, it did come close to this resistance level. Okay, so I'm not sure whether to continue to move up. If it does, to be honest, I'm waiting, because I shorted right here, and I make around 30% on my short position, and then it's moved back up. Right now I'm even. Okay, so basically, but right now I'm waiting for it to hit this level. If it does hit this level, I will definitely short it. Okay, because look at this, right? Look at this channel. It broken this like intermittent up channel already. So, okay, so if it move back to this, that's a huge resistance level. So I will definitely going to short it in there. All right, the move up, the volume is fair. It's not low. It's kind of low compared to the average. Okay, but yeah, so at this point right now, I mean, it can possibly continue to move with the market, and you know, Apple is moving the market, the general market. All right, so that's where, if anything, if it does move up there, I will be short, and that is not a financial advice, just so you know. All right. And then next is Nvidia. Nvidia did come out. The earning wasn't good. They kind of guide down, but you know, the market just pull everything back up. At this point, I guess Costco were doing decent. No, they didn't. So everything could move back up. They did make a high here. There's a high low. It did not make a low. So I mean, it's a decent move up, but I'm not sure how long, because this right here, I think is a very strong resistance too. This level right here. So I don't think it's gonna move above this. Okay, because they didn't have a catalyst to move, to be honest. All right, and then look at these chart here. The intermittent uptrend is already broken. So right now, it has to rebuild, and right, this is sideways, consolidate sideways at this support right now. So we will see where it's gonna go. But right now, I'm not very bullish on Nvidia at this moment. Right, next we have Tesla. Tesla broke, I believe, broke the uptrend too. See this kind of intermittent uptrend? It's broke this already, and then look at this, right? It's sideways consolidate. It moved up huge from 2020 here, move up huge, and then look at the move, right? And the volume, it's just so low afterward. This higher high here has no, like, really, this volume doesn't confirm anything, and then it's just sideways. Right now it's just sideways distribution, and now it broke below the channel. Okay, and then if you watch Tesla, you know it's like, and look at this monthly chart here, right? Look at that volume, it's bad. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna continue to go up. It's up here. If most likely right here, there's no resistance. It could continue to go up here, maximum up to here. But I don't see a point of it going here. Bitcoin is not moving. Okay, China's in lockdown. Right now, and then lithium and inflation in prices. I don't see a catalyst for Tesla to move up, and then we have the debacle problem with Twitter too. So that's, at this point, Tesla right now, I wouldn't play with. I wouldn't touch it at this point. All right. And Amazon, I mean, the Amazon did not make a high here, so that's kind of weak, to be honest, compared to other thing. And then we do have some support here. All right, and if anything, to be honest, if we're gonna move up, this is a gap here. We did have a gap, so most likely, I don't think we're gonna go above this level at all. Okay, so right now, if anything, just sideways consolidating. It looked like this is bear flag here, going to sideways and then make another low, lower low. It did. Okay, this is the 2020 high right here, right? And then it just pop and move back there. So we will see, okay? Because a lot of people are spending money when they're stuck at home, right? And now everything has come back, and with all this inflation and union and all that problem, I'm not sure Amazon has a strength to continue to move up here. All right. Facebook, I'm not going to talk about it. The chart look weak. All right. Netflix here. Have you watched Stranger Things? It's actually pretty decent, but I don't think it's worth 35 million per episode though. So that's the problem. Overspending. I don't know whether or not they're going to continue. I mean, it has value at this point, but I'm assuming they're going to move to this level, 130 something, and maybe I'll pick up some then. But look at this move down with all this volume, and now it's kind of put like a bear flag before, just like that. Move down with volume, bear flag out, and then drop. We'll see. But at this point, that's something to watch for. All right. Then the financial here, financial move up very quickly since last week. I'm not sure what's the case here. All right, and right now, if it break out, I mean, if anything, probably $38. I'm not sure. I mean, it is in the financial with higher interest rate, it has a catalyst. The only thing is that whether or not going to have a lot of loan. Can they give out a lot of loans? Do people going to take out loans? That's a question at this moment. If the economy goes, this is going to go too, no matter how high the interest rate going to be. So at this moment, I mean, the uptrend is decent, right? Well, there's no uptrend, it's still in the downtrend, but how much higher bounce, we will see. Okay. And then the healthcare sector bounced back pretty decent here. I'm surprised. But I mean, healthcare sector should be strong, right? But it's the most safest trade. It has the most, basically leverage our other stuff right here. So I mean, we will see where, as long as stay up, it's gonna hold the SPY up. Okay. And then the utility sector, this is weird though. I expected for it to move down, but it's actually moving up right now and trying to make a new high. The only problem I see is that the volume, it doesn't confirm those at all at this moment, because right here it's so off with a lot of volume and it's sideways here. Because the thing is, right now people come in for safety, and then that's what they expect. This is the hideout for the thing. But I think sooner or later, because if interest rate continue to move up, that not a good catalyst for utility. And then if the government going to come out and mandate the prices on the utility, that's going to be a problem too, right? If they're going to come out and do it with the oil, they could also do it with utility, because you could not pass that shit on at some point. So right now, I think this is something to watch, a danger zone possible. All right. Next one we have here is the XLE, the energy sector, is breaking to all-time. Oh, not all-time high. I'm not sure it's all-time high or not. It's making high here, not all-time high, but I think we're gonna continue to move up here because, you know, this, as long as, like, this is 2008, right? High around $92, and then all-time high is around 101 based on this chart. Okay, so if it's moved up to that level, that's going to be a problem, huge problem for the economy. All right, so that's something to watch. But the volume though kind of low here, just so you know. So maybe temporary move up, but I think it's going to slowly move up and then affect everything, and then something going to happen and it's going to move down. All right. All right, SMH here. This is a semiconductor. It did move up pretty decent and make a high. All right, and then at this point, I think the high is going to be here, right here, this down channel, the big down channel right here. So 260 probably going to be the target if it does move up. It's kind of important right here. You will see left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So head and inverse head and bottom, head and shoulder bottom. Okay, and possibly it could move up all the way up to 260, and then maybe you could short it then. All right. So let's go to the earnings. Some of the earnings that we could talk about. Salesforce at this point, I mean, I don't see a play in here. It's continuing moving down, and they are not making money. Let me see here. Are they making money? Oh, they do make money. This one, for some reason, it didn't. It lose money. But like, look at the weekly chart. At this moment, I would not do anything with this because it's kind of extended to the downside. Okay, already, and then it did not really boo up on with the market that strong. So I'll stay away from this. Play after earning. You know, day trading afterward. All right. HPQ though, well, this is weird. It looks really good, right? Look at that. Like, other chart move down, make a low. This one is just sideways consolidating. Whether or not they're going to make a high, I do not know. But it can make a low, right? Look at this. There is a uptrend. It's still in an uptrend at this moment. If you look at that, so this moment right now, if you want to play, I mean, it's a potential. It has potential to play to the upside. All right. But how much? Especially if the market is moving up, I think this could break the high, but I'm not sure here. The volume of the this high is very decent, and then just sideways, you know. But it's a potential play. Okay. And let me see, Ambarella. This one is more like semiconductor, but it's for like camera. It actually move up really strong and make a high low, and then now it's make a high. It broke out this. I mean, at this moment, this is target level, and then there's a gap here. They could fill the gap if it's strong earning or whatever the catalyst or the market movement. I mean, this might have the uptrend, up movement play here for this chart right now. At this moment, look at this. All right, yeah, it held support. It come into play, the weekly support here on 2020. Yeah, so it did move down to that level already. Now it's bounced. So, and then it's broke above the downtrend line here. So if anything, if you want to play the upside, I think this has a possibility to play upside. All right, not a financial advice, just so you know. Okay, and then we have Victoria's Secret. Oh my God, this doesn't look good, to be honest. It's make a low now, new low. I mean, it looked kind of bullish for this setup, but at this point, to be honest, it might do well this earning, but next quarter earning is not going to do good. So if, to me, to be honest, if they do well, I'm going to find a way to short it. Okay, if it move all the way up here, I will short it for like next quarter. Okay, that's my point. But if you want to play it, whatever play you want, that's up to you. But for me, if it move up to this level somewhere around here, I would short this. Okay, just so you know, not a financial advice. Chart porn, man, this thing is a dog, man. But it did move up pretty decent here sideways, but I'm not sure the catalyst for this. I mean, the downtrend to make a new low here. I mean, at this point, energy is important, but whether or not they're going to have the catalyst or the support to go in downtrend, not much to play at this point. No real setup. Okay, and then we have next one, Capri Holding. I think this has like Jimmy Choo, Michael Kors stuff. I mean, this quarter they might do okay, but the next quarter is questionable. I mean, right now people, for the reopening play, people willing to spend, and based on Nordstrom and all that stuff, they're doing pretty decent. So I'm assuming this probably gonna do well because they do sell those stuff in Macy, Nordstrom. All right, so possible is, if you want to play upside for this, I think a possible, because it did break out from the downtrend here, put on a high low, and then break above, make a high here, and then especially break above this this resistance here. All right, so if you want to play the upside for this, possible, but the question is whether or not this up move or is already priced in for the earning play. So that, be careful there. Okay, GME. Okay. Last week, every time I see we have a capitulate, some like a short-term bottom, GMEs tend to move up. That means retail, retail trader are still in this game. Okay, and then the last week it moved up like really big for some reason. So at this point right now, I don't know. Let's take a weekly chart here. It in this downtrend. So if it could break above 200, I think 206. That's going to be big play. Actually, that's like big number to go for. I wouldn't touch this. They don't tend to do well on the earning. Play after earning, and plus this is too expensive to play anyway. All right, Chewy. The bounce did not do really good. Okay, it did not make a high here. It did make a low, and then there is a resistance. If anything, it's probably going to move up to this level. Last week Petco did decent though. The Wolfie. Yeah, Petco did decent, so I'm assuming this probably going to do well. I think it's going to do decent at least, if anything. So, that's something to check out. And then, if you want to play the upside, just so you know, the downtrend here, there's some resistance around the 36.50. All right, so we do have some room to move up if you want to play that. Let's take a look on the outside here. Oh, okay, this is nearly all-time low here. So possible upside play, not a financial advice though. AI. This one I don't know, man. Still in a downtrend. It did set up pretty decent. This sideways bull flag here, and then it start moving up. I mean, if you want to play upside, you can, but it did not break out of the downtrend line. This is like from the top here, and this is all-time low. I mean, if you want to play it, it's a possibility, but be careful. $24 level is actually a pretty good level to look at, right? So that's AI. Just so you know, I don't think they make money. So these company, I would just stay out of it for now. Okay, PVH. PVH, I think Calvin Klein and stuff. This might similar to the copy. It might do an okay. Let's take a look here. It do have two. This down channel is big, okay, and then this one is the inner down channel. Weekly here. Oh, this one, I mean, has a lot of room to short here. To be honest, at this point, I think they're gonna do okay in this quarter. But if it does move up somewhere around here, I would look to short it for the longer term short. Okay, not a financial advice, but if you want to play the upside right now, might price in because it did move up right pretty decently from the low. So be careful. All right, for me, if it move up to this $85 level, I will short it. All right. All right, Pure Storage here. This chart look like a sideways. It is kind of sideways consolidation right here, and it's kind of broke below the uptrend line already. So at this point, be careful with this one. This could break down big here. Oh, it's actually make money, losing money. Oh, there's a gap fill here. They need to fill this gap. So be careful, be careful. There's a gap fill. Okay, so this gap most likely going to be filled sooner or later. All right, so be careful with this. I wouldn't touch this at this point. All right. HPE here, sideways consolidation, broke down here, now it moved up fairly strong. If you turn trend line here, I mean this is sideways consolidation. Oh, it also the uptrend kind of broke down too, so be careful with this. It might have room down to the downside, upside kind of limited. Okay, so just watch out on that part. All right. Ugh. This one look nasty. I don't even know what this is. Sentinelion, some kind of system software. I mean, usually it move down, and then go parabolic. At this point, it kind of got saved here over with the general market. It did not move up really strong. This is like a strong resistance level right here, and then we do have this is not that, you know. Yeah, I'll be careful with this. This could continue to go, could break down really hard, and I don't think they're making money either, so it's not very favorable. All right. All right, NTAP. This look like in the downtrend. It's not that strong either. It's pulled back to the 2020 high, and now it bounced back, and then oh, they have this support here. So at this point right now, it's in the danger zone. I mean, if you want to play it, it might do well. It might go up to here. I look like I was short at that level, to be honest. Yeah, so right now, I would just wait on this and see what it does. But if it does go up to this level, I might want to short that. All right. All right. This is Ciena. This is supposed to be 5G communication, right? And this move up here is not that strong compared to the market general. It did not make a high here, and it's still in this down channel, a big down channel, and then inside down channel is still under that. So be careful. It doesn't look very bullish to me, and right now it's stay at some kind of support. Okay, so it's at this big support level, at this uptrend here. So if anything, this could break down, but at this moment it's in like nowhere land right now, so be careful with that. Let me draw in this thing here too. Yeah, so that's resistance level, lot of resistance level, like 50-day, 200-day. But I mean, it does have room. If it could break out here, it could go up to $60. So I mean, it's a decent amount to go up. All right. So, but just be careful on that one. Hormel food. Okay, this is a daily chart. Look kind of weird here. Look like it's sideways. Yeah, it's been in the sideways consolidation here, and it's up, and then it's moved down. Most likely, it might gonna move down and then move up, you know, sideways. So to just look at the top and the bottom of the channel, of the sideways channel, and then you play this. So right now it's in nowhere land. Don't touch it. All right, and then I'm not sure how much movement they're gonna have during earnings too, because this thing probably doesn't move much. All right. What is this? Designer brand. Specialty retailer. This chart look decent. It make a high. This ram up is strong, and it has a dividend. Whoa. Okay. Surprisingly. And then the sideways consolidation here. So I mean, it's kind of like, oh, this is a breakout. Okay, it did break out of a downtrend. So I mean, if you want to play upside, you can. Yeah, I'm surprised they have a dividend and they're making money. Just ignore the firework, you know, I live in the ghettos. That's what they do. All right. So, I mean, this one, if you want an upside, that's a potential. Next one here, oh, CrowdStrike, man, it moving up here really strong, and they just give everything up. And then in this sideways consolidation now, this looked like a bear flag, but it didn't make a high here, make a high low. So strong, but right now it stopped right at this freaking resistance trend line here. But so far right now it's in this big down channel. Yeah, top it's breaking now already. It's kind of yeah, the top kind of put in. So I mean, at this point it might could move up here. So it's still in the, if you play in the channel, there's room for upside to go here. So that's something, you know, if you want to. All right, be careful though. Lulu, look at that. It's been moving down and then it's moved up right here this past couple of days. It's gap up, I guess, from the earning of maybe Nordstrom. And right now, I mean, there is room to the upside if you want to play it, but I don't think it's going to go all the way up to 380 unless the earning come out like absolutely amazing or something. But I doubt it at this point. But I mean, if you look at this, right, this is in the down channel, so I mean, it could pop. There is the potential it could all move all the way up there. If it does, I'll short it though. I will not get into this because the next couple quarter, it might be a problem because this Lulu is a Canadian brand, right? So I mean, up Canada, oh man, it's bad up there too, you know. So right now it's stay in this sideways support here. You know, if it break down, which I believe it will eventually, but right now it's hold support, and we'll see how good the earning is. You could play the upside if you want, not financial advice. All right, we have only a couple left. All H here. Look at this. You should be scared, right? Every time you see this down channel, like especially small tight down channel like this, and then skip 1, 2, and then it's gonna break down under this. It's gonna go parabolic under. So right now this doesn't look good. It did not make a high here either, and it's make a low right here. So, and plus it's also in the home, right? In the so home. In the mortgage industries too. So you know this doesn't look good at this point. So right now, if you want to play a downside, you can. But Williams Sonoma did come out pretty decent. So be careful with this. Okay, I wouldn't touch this for now. We'll see where it goes. But right now, I favor this to the downside compared to the upside. All right. And then next we have Asana here. This thing doesn't. Oh wow, it's making a new low right here. I mean, it might bounce at this point. But you know, I don't know. I don't know how much it go. Actually, it's kind of weak. It didn't make a high here. Make a high low right here, and then did not make a high. So don't touch this. And they're not making any money either. You know, and then it's give up all it gain already, and more. All right. So be careful. Don't watch that. And next one, the last one, but not least. Oh wow, look at that. Right. See, small channel, and once it broke 1, 2, 3. After 3, usually after 3, it start breaking down. It should move down parabolic, and now it's consolidating. So at this point right now, I think the downside might stop for now for this one because right here it's the support. All right, but be careful though. It could still continue to go down more because I don't think they make money. They're still losing money right now. So I mean, to be honest, this could be like Asana, you know. So so don't play this. If you want to play. I mean, this kind of extended the downside. Upside, I don't see a point right now. I'm not sure how much upside you're gonna get if the general market doesn't move to the upside. It might be a problem. So right at this point now, this is I believe the last one I have the coverage for the technical. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. You're a trooper if you stay this long. But anyway, good luck trading next week. All right, bye.